Hi, my name is Lily McCloy. This is my presentation on DSS, the Department of Social Services, why is it important, and why there should be no cuts to funding. All right, first we're going to start off with what DSS has to offer in the state of South Carolina. It offers adult, family, and child services. They offer child protective services and investigate cases where abuse, neglect, or violence is going on in homes and intervene and protect those children and remove them from the homes if necessary. DSS offers foster care and adoptive services that protect children from unsafe homes and gives them a new opportunity for a safe home and a place to live where they will not be abused, neglected, or violence is not occurring. DSS helps manage child support and make sure child support is getting managed, so payments are being made and getting managed in the homes. DSS also has some cases that provide support for assistive relatives that take in kids and provides support for those people. DSS also, in some cases, adults experience abuse, neglect, and need protection, so DSS offers services that protect those people as well. And they also legally make sure that all of these people have living situations that are safe and protect them from unsafe living situations. They also offer assisted programs in South Carolina, like food assistance to low-income families, children's child care support to working or studying parents. They support refugees and temporary assistance to families in need, as well as job training and cash assistance to families in need. And some other things DSS offers are support for families to find child care and other food programs as well. DSS also offers scholarships and internships as well in social service jobs, so people can get interested in the profession and make sure that we have enough people to fulfill the needs of DSS. How DSS supports trauma survivors. So DSS works with law enforcement to intervene into situations where someone is at risk for abuse, neglect, or trauma. And as read in the lecture slides from week 7, law enforcement will take a child into EPC and then they can be referred to DSS. DSS minimizes trauma by providing support and emotional needs and giving them a place to stay until DSS conducts an investigation and provides the child with a placement. Also, in week 6 from the lecture slides, the goals of DSS read: promote the safety and well-being of children and vulnerable adults, promote permanency for children. Their mission is to save children from abusive situations and help protect them from other traumatic experiences and protect them from further trauma being caused and minimize the trauma that they've already experienced. In week 9, the lecture slides explain a multidisciplinary team model, and this is a system that includes law enforcement, DSS, therapists, advocates, and medical providers. And this shows that DSS is an integrated part of a system that was built to protect the vulnerable that is exposed to trauma and abuse. And without DSS, children cannot get the proper help for their trauma and get referred to therapists and medical providers or forensic interviewers, and they would be at a higher risk for a multitude of mental health struggles and issues later down the line if they were not protected from the abusive situation that they are in. And if they were to stay in an abusive home, those risks would be a lot higher than if they were to be removed at an earlier stage or earlier age in their life. In these slides, child advocacy centers were also explained, which are places that offer all different types of trauma therapies, forensic interviews, and child maltreatment exams, which DSS can refer these children to the centers and give them the help that they need and therapy that they need. And this is just another way DSS helps support victims of trauma and protect them from further traumatic situations and help them recover from the traumatic situations that they've already been in. So why is DSS needed? And this is all my personal opinion. So DSS is necessary for a multitude of different reasons. The main obviously being that DSS works to support and protect children in abusive situations and remove them from unsafe environments where they are prone to trauma and neglect. DSS also works with law enforcement, child advocacy centers, and agencies to provide therapy and support for trauma victims. Low-income and vulnerable families also benefit from economic assistance that DSS provides, and this helps those families be able to provide for their children and give them the best opportunities they can. In my opinion, without DSS, many people would be at risk, and the services DSS provides are crucial for protecting children and adults that are in abusive situations. I think that DSS deserves more funding, support and measures to have a bigger staff, and more just support in general to avoid burnout in the field, because I think this would make DSS be able to provide even more support to many more families. And that would be something that I think would benefit DSS and just the entire multidisciplinary team model in total. So, how does DSS support agencies in our area? In an interview with Heather Bennett, a forensic interviewer at Beyond Abuse, a facility that works closely with DSS, said, if a child has been abused after the forensic interview and investigation ongoing, then we can make referrals for therapy, medical exams, etc. This shows that DSS helps agencies like Beyond Abuse provide services that help trauma or abuse victims by referring children that need these services. And Katie Young, the director of victim services at Greenwood County's Sheriff's Office, said, typically when I send something to DSS is when drugs are found in the home, somebody is accused of sexual assault by somebody living in the home, if a child is a victim of domestic violence, etc. Katie explains that when she refers these cases to DSS, it is a safety measure for the children and the families in those situations for proper investigations to be done and proper interventions to be made in case that is necessary and those children are at risk for violence or abuse. From these cases, DSS can create a safety plan for these kids and conduct investigations. And this shows that law enforcement and DSS work hand in hand to protect children and keep family unity. In the interview with Nick Nowert, a DSS employee in Greenwood, said in referral to community partners that DSS works with, it can involve or it will involve pediatric teams, schools, and victim advocate offices to help us out. So this shows that community is truly involved at DSS, and it is an integrated part of not just DSS, but a whole system of providers for people in need. And Nick also said we all come together and we sort of go our individual parts and talk about what we think this family needs, what would benefit them, and kind of where to go, moving forward. So this shows that DSS involves all type of people to help assess what a family really needs and how they can truly protect the children of that family, try and keep that family together, and provide interventions that will keep everyone safe and not in an abusive situation. And then here are my references and citations. Thank you very much.